Hello there and welcome back to the Non-League Podcast with myself, Lee Simons. And today we've got another special guest with us. We've got Rory McAuley from Kings Lynn Town. Hello Rory, how are you?
I'm on top of the world, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks, very good. Apart from the weather today, it's not been so great, but what can you do about that?
There's not a lot, mate. We've had some quite a bit of sun, so you'll have to take the odd day of rain, won't you?
You have to, definitely. So how's isolation been for you anyway?
To be honest with you, it's been really good. Spent a lot of time with kids. Actually, got the garden finished, which I've been trying to do for over a year.
Excellent. That's what you need to do.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been using my time wisely, but I'm getting to the end of my tether now, ready for a bit of normality.
I bet you are, because we've done a bit of gardening up here. Well, until like the weekend, it wasn't too bad, but most of it's now done. I just need to have a trip to the tip to get rid of it all now.
Yeah.
Which is a bit shocking, but never mind. So, Roy, have you been doing any training to keep yourself fit?
I have, yeah. To be fair, I have. I've probably been doing more training since isolation than I was before. Just
oh right.
Excuse to get out of the house for a few hours every other day, getting the boots on, or doing a few weights and stuff. So yeah.
So have you been doing like this running as well? For because I've seen like on social media recently that people have been doing like more running. Are you been doing that as well?
Yeah, I've been doing bits and bobs and that, but it's never the same. When you're by yourself, it's never the same as what it's like when you train with your team.
I bet it isn't. So, Rory, before we go any further, we just need a little bit of a background from yourself, really, because some people may not know of you. If we can just go back to you, when you first started playing, your playing career, really.
Yeah, no, I started off in the Norwich Academy. Did that, obviously been in Norwich. Then I shifted, got released from there, went over to Cambridge City for a brief time before doing my scholarship with Cambridge United.
Oh, right, okay.
And then a funny story at the end of that, I didn't actually I got told that I won't be getting offered a pro contract.
Right.
But within 3 months of that happening in the off-season, the manager got sacked and the new one come in, give me my debut, and a professional contract to go with it. So that was quite
excellent.
Happy.
That's good then. That's good. Yeah. So how long were you at Cambridge United for then?
So I was from Cambridge United. I was there, went there when I was 16 for the scholarship,
yep.
And I left at 24 years old.
Okay. So whereabouts did you go? Did you have from Cambridge United? What was your greatest moments in Cambridge United? Shall we say?
To be fair, I had a few. Big rivals of ours was Luton Town. We played them away on a Tuesday evening. We won 1-0. I scored the winner.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and then a couple of days later, I got called up to England C. So that was a good week when I was there.
Oh wow!
I also managed to score in the FA Cup against Huddersfield. Put us 1-0 up at their ground, but unfortunately we conceded 2 goals at the 90th minute and lost 2-1.
That's football, isn't it?
That's how it goes sometimes, mate.
Definitely. So from Cambridge United, whereabouts did you go after that?
Cambridge United, I went to Dartford. I was briefly on loan there at Cambridge before I joined them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, lovely club, lovely ground, lovely facilities. I stayed there for a season before going to Chelmsford.
Okay, so how was that leap from Dartford to Chelmsford? Is it Chelmsford City, is it? Or just...
Yeah, Chelmsford City. Well, that's another club around London in Essex way, so there's a lot of travelling involved. So I went there. I had a good season at Chelmsford. Won Player of the Year there.
Oh, that's good.
Was due to sign a new contract there, but Lowestoft come in, and at the time my little girl was due to be born, so I opted to move closer to home.
Well, that's important for you because everything is changing in your life then with your daughter being born.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
That's the thing with non-league football. It's when you've got no responsibilities, you can travel the country, you can do all of that side of it. But as you get a bit older, you need to be a bit closer to home, and the sort of the contracts that have been offered further afield, sort of it gets outweighed by the responsibilities you have at home.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Especially you want to be close by, really, just in case of anything for your family, really.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, you just when you've got like big things like having children and that come into it, you never really want to be too far away from home. I mean, this year in the Conference North, there's a lot of travelling, but
Definitely.
I know Kings Lynn, the home games and stuff like that, it's only up the road, so I get to spend a lot of time with the family.
Exactly, especially when you've gone up to Gateshead. That was, 4 hours away from you, is it?
But yeah, to be honest with you, it's a bit of a break when we have them ones. I've got two young kids, so we go up on a Friday night and stay in a hotel, and I get a good night's sleep.
I bet it is for you. I bet that was a
Yeah,
kind of surreal moment because, especially going in from like where you were, going into like the super like playoff finals, and then going into the National League North. I bet it's a bit of a turnaround, especially when going from like the non-league teams which you've been playing to like Gateshead, York City as well. I bet that's a bit of a eye
yeah.
opener
Well,
for you.
there's some massive clubs in our league. You've got ex football league clubs. You've got Hereford with big crowds. You've got Boston with big crowds. York. I'm sure that Chester. I'm sure there's probably a few more that I've missed as well. And when you go away to these grounds and there's a big crowd there, and you've got the old school football grounds and that, it gives everyone a boost, and it's nice to play. It feels like you're playing proper football again. You've got nice crowds and that as an atmosphere, rather than going away to sort of Kettering on a Tuesday night with a man and his dog there.
Yeah, I bet that's a bit. I bet that's a bit surreal, really, with a man and a dog, and then you go to like the games at Gateshead. Say you might have like 3,000 people there to watch like, you guys play,
Yeah.
and I bet that's completely different for you.
Well, that's when I was a kid. All you ever wanted is to play professional football, play in big stadiums, play in big crowds. Don't get me wrong; it's not playing at Wembley, but when you go there and there's an atmosphere and there's a buzz around the ground and there's something riding on the game,
Yeah,
that's as close to it as we're going to get for now. So it's really enjoyable to go there, especially with the group of lads we've got and the way we play football. It's been a joy this season as well as last season.
exactly. So when you go from Lowestoft Town, how did you go to Kings Lynn straight away after that?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I was at Lowestoft for 2 seasons. I was on holiday with the family, and I had a call off the Kings Lynn manager at the time, Simon Clark,
Yeah,
and he just said, "How'd you fancy coming down? Sort of come and have a meeting and that, see how it goes, and then we'll have a chat." So I come back from holiday, had a chat with him, and yeah, signed within the week, and I'm glad I did because it was really enjoyable last season.
yeah, definitely. So you signed what 2018 was it?
Yeah, it would have been 2018 season. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. So going into that season, what was your expectations for yourself? Did you want to get like promotion, or did you want it to get like that league title? What was your goal at that stage?
Well, at that stage when I signed, I'd looked at the season they'd had before and had finished second on over 100 points.
Yeah,
So, no disrespect for Lowestoft at the time, but we was in a bit of a scrap towards the bottom of the league. So I sort of went there to Kings Lynn, hoping that I was going to be fighting at the top of the league, just fighting for the title. Which, as it turns out, we had a bit of a bad start and was fourth bottom 10 games in.
yeah.
Before Ian Culverhouse then come in, and we went on an unbelievable run. And on the last game of the season, managed to finish second.
Yeah, I bet that was quite a major point of your season, really, especially when Ian Carlhurst come and probably changed a little bit around, got that winning mentality into the team. I bet that was a
Yeah.
quite a good way of doing it, really.
Yeah, no, Ian Culverhouse is unbelievable. I can't speak highly enough of him. All the boys and that when I signed was talking about how good he was. But now I've experienced it, I fully agree with him. I wish I had someone like Ian Culverhouse earlier in my career because I believe if I had met him earlier, I could have gone a lot further. The way he talks about football and the way he explains it all just makes sense. So even for a part-time side, we have a way of playing certain movements that trigger other movements, and it's really detailed. And that's what's got us so far and so much success is the detail that goes into it. Not just turning up, putting your boots on, and having a game of football. There's a full process behind it.
No, I bet it is, especially with because as a player, you probably don't really notice that as much as like the management team. You just go in there, you know what you have to do to get that win, those 3 points, and then get into those that playoff situation. Really,
Yeah, well, we've all got roles within the team, so I know exactly what he wants from me.
Yeah.
I know what he wants from the other players, and we all know what's expected from each other. So we demand that from each other. We don't just demand it from yourself. We demand that other people are doing their jobs right. And when that all comes together and everyone's doing it, the results show for himself.
Yeah, definitely. So how was it for those playoff games for you as a Kings Lynn player? You know, you've got all of the crowds coming in to watch you performing and your teammates playing on a big stage.
They're the games you want to be involved in, the ones where there's something riding on it. And going into them, it's just like such confidence within our group because we know what we were capable of. We know what football we played throughout the season. So, and the fact we had both the playoff games, the first two at home, I think we hadn't been beaten there in God knows how long. So I think two of the teams were already beaten before they got there. So it was really exciting times and really enjoyed it. And then obviously the day at Warrington put the top to the other two games.
I bet that's quite special, really, especially seeing all those fans. You had people like actually videoing the game as well, and actually seeing it probably coming back as well, rewinding it back, and you're just like, yeah, that's a really good time in my moment that you've what you've accomplished, really.
Well, that's the thing in anyone's sort of footballing career, whether it's professional or non-league. You don't actually get that many opportunities to win promotion unless you're in a team that's really good and just goes through the leagues. Yeah. You're playing for what, 15 odd years. How many times in that 15 years are you going to get promotion? Exactly. So you're not going to get many. So you've got to enjoy them moments, and that's what you play football for. Them highs when you're successful, and like you with your team, and the nights afterwards, and the togetherness. They're the moments you'll look back when you're done and think, "Oh, I had a really good time."
Yeah, I bet you did. So going in from the season, which is now void, well, at the moment, shall we say? How was pre-season for you and the team?
Is it in terms of the pre-season that's going to come up?
No, last season, just gone. Oh, so you just done like the playoff super final. You got through that final. How was the pre-season coming into like this season, coming into like the new National League North season?
Well, it was good. It's good because everyone come back with a spring in their step. Everyone was buzzing, waiting for the new season, excited, not knowing what was going to come. And then we played Guiseley on the first day, and we got done 3-0. And everyone thought, well, this might be a bit tougher than we first thought. But I think that was a little bit of a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you, because from that point on, we then kicked on and shot up to the top of the table. So maybe that was what we needed on the first day, just a little bit of a reality check.
Yeah, so you basically need to kick up the bum and say, right, this is what it is, and because you're now facing tougher opposition, aren't you, really?
Yeah, well, that was the thing. I think we was playing football, like good football, at the start, but we wasn't winning games. No. So it's pointless playing good football if you're not going to win. It's a bit naive, and you're probably out throughout the whole season. We've probably conceded too many soft goals, but fortunately for us, we're extremely good going forward, and we've got Mazza at the end of everything to win us games.
Yeah, definitely. He scored, what was it, 27 goals, 28 goals of the season?
28 goals he scored, yeah.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Of course, he's probably been, other clubs are probably looking at him at the moment still, when the season's not finished as yet for you guys. Yeah. You never know, you might get promotion, you may not, but because he's probably all your, because on YouTube you'll see your games back again, other clubs will see you, you might move on, someone else might move on, I don't know, but that's what you need, isn't it? You need those players in your team to get where you are.
Yeah, exactly, and he rightly so is getting on board it, and I think he's attracted, him as well as a number of other players have attracted a lot of attention, and a lot of scouts been at the ground watching the game, so that's what they want in football. Baz is there to score the goals and do as well as he can for the team. He's doing that, and if that means he goes on to play for a team in a higher league, he deserves it. So I've got no qualms with what happens next with him, because it's just been a pleasure to play with.
I bet it has. But going with the attendances, you kind of averaging out from the season over 1,000, in attendance, which is really good for that level of football, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. I think had one of the highest attendance in that league on average.
Yeah, you did.
And
Yeah,
as I said, when you turn up and there's a crowd there making noise, it does give all the players that extra couple of percent. And as I said before, that's what you want to play in front of. You want to play with crowds and atmospheres. So yeah, it's just really nice to turn up and have people there watching.
yeah, I bet it is. I bet when you were playing York City at home, that 4,000 people really did spur you on to actually get that victory, didn't you?
Yeah, it did. It did. That was a massive game. There was a lot of talk on the build up to all of that. And to be honest with you, I thought the game was a bit of a stalemate, but we won it, so it sort of covered up everything else. And at the final whistle, there was just more relief than anything, because that was, I think everyone was building it up as sort of maybe a title decider, and that no one wanted to lose. So the fact that we won it just sent out a massive message to the rest of the league.
Definitely. It's more like a 6-pointer for the top of the league and then the bottom of the league, isn't it, really?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So that's good for you. But when the season stopped, were you, think you were like 1 point behind? We were like 2 games in hand or something like that?
We were 2 points off the top spot with 2 games in hand.
So, wow, that would be, it's still like an incredible achievement for you. So, Rory, what has been your highlight for the season so far, would you say?
My highlights for the season, I'd probably say my best moment of the season was Southport away, where I think we've had about 30-odd passes, moved from starting at the goalkeeper, going through to Maz, who stuck one in the top corner, after going 1-0 down. We won that game 2-1. And when we come off the pitch, we got the news through that other results had gone our way, and that was the game that we went top of the league for the first time. Wow. So that was an unbelievable feeling in the change room afterwards. And then I think we managed to stay there for about, a good 3 or 4 months.
Yes, you did, yeah. So I bet that was quite an achievement for you as well, being there for 3 to 4 months at the top of the league, thinking you could win the league.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to get carried away with yourself. But
no, you don't.
Start having thoughts towards the end of the season of what could happen and stuff like that. And then I'd say also, actually, the second best memory I've probably got is the Boston away game on New Year's Day when we won 3-0. That was just like the perfect all-round away performance.
I bet it was for you. Did you take many fans on that day, do you know?
Yeah, I think we did. I think we had over 1,000 there. We filled out behind one of the goals there. I think the crowd was about... I think it was about over 3,000. I think was there. And I think we had getting on 1,000 fans there, so it's a good turnout. So it's only up the road from Kings Lynn.
So it's not too bad. Well, at least it's not too far from people to travel for that game, really. So
yeah, exactly.
So Roy, for next season, what is your plans for next season?
Me personally, I've fortunate enough at Christmas time to have signed a new deal. So I signed. The rest of this season plus another 2 years.
Oh wow!
So whether the Kings Lynn fans like it or not, they're stuck with me.
Well, I did. That was one of the questions actually. I had a Kings Lynn fan message me saying, "What's going to be your plans?" So there you go. You're going to be stuck with you for another.
I don't think the club have announced it either. So got breaking news.
So I got breaking news. Excellent. I like this. So going into that season, last season, did you have to train much? You know, were you training every week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, maybe, or how many times do you have to train?
We do a Monday, a Thursday, and then in pre-season, if there's no games, we play on a Saturday.
Oh right,
okay. We do three days training a week. We don't train. That's what we did last season. It's the same as what we did this season, and that's the same as what any part-time team in non-league at a sort of decent level will do. Oh
wow! So for next season, with your for pre-season and everything, depending on where you are, what do you want to achieve for next season?
That's a really hard question to answer at the moment because you don't know where you're going to be. So I don't know if the season's done void and we're in the same league, you obviously want to be at the top of that league again. If we get promotion on points per game, then I think the club's first and foremost aim would be to stay in the league. But I myself will be aiming a bit higher.
Yeah, I bet you do. Especially you want to face the other teams like in the actual national league as well. So to push yourself for that league, hopefully you'll get promotion. Hopefully for next season, but that would be really good. But of course, things do come to an end. You know, you have to think of people's health, but you just have to take it on the chin and then go again, don't you? Really?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it'd be unbelievable for the club if we get given promotion. But yeah, I said everything's just up in the air, so it's just like no one really knows what's going on at the minute.
Exactly. I bet. I've got another question for you. When you've been playing in the National League North, who's been your best opponent you've played against?
I'm going to say I reckon Chester City were both games at our ground where we finished 2-2, and when we lost 3-2 at their ground with like an injury time winner for them. I thought they were the best footballing side we played both, and it was in both games. York are a well organised, well drilled side.
Yeah.
Kidderminster actually in the second game at our ground are a very good side. So there's definitely some really good teams in our league.
Yeah, I bet there is, Roy. I bet there is. I was just wondering, have you had any offers from elsewhere, like different clubs as well? You don't have to name the clubs or anything. I was just wondering,
What do you mean? Like what? Like personally?
Yeah. So personally, have you had any like offers elsewhere?
What? Since no, I haven't had any offers.
No? Okay, no. That's fine. No worries, no worries. Who's your best player technically at the club so far? Who would you say is the best technically player at Kings Lynn?
Adam Marriott is technically unbelievable. Just the way he almost glides with the ball and the way he changes direction. He's got a low centre of gravity and he just strikes the ball so cleanly. It just makes it look effortless.
I bet he does. Another question for you. I like all of these 101 questions.
You're all right.
Would you like to go? Have you ever thought about going into coaching, or have you like going into management after your playing days are over?
Yeah, something I've thought about. I've got a couple of the badges. There'd be a few more I need to do if I was to do it properly. But coming through at Cambridge, that was part of our scholarship. Was we had to coach the Centre of Excellence and do stuff like that, and I still do little bits and bobs here and there, but it's not something I've put all of my focus to as yet.
Oh, right, okay. So another personal question for me actually, going with social media, I don't know if you've seen any of my videos or anything, because I've been doing like the third and Premier Division like last season and the season before. When I started to do it, I got like, I think I was recording a Thetford Town game against Framingham Town in the third and none, and I got a rocket goal, which is like on my Twitter feed, and the player actually asked me for the footage. I said, yeah, no problem, you can have the footage. And it's actually pinned to his wall on Twitter, and he's got over 4,500 views so far. So for me, that's quite incredible for me, like for just doing it on like an iPhone. But how do you feel about that sort of social media interaction with, like, say myself, or like you got Bevan up there with Kings Lynn Town, like TV? How do you feel with that?
It's brilliant. That's all brilliant. It's brilliant for the players that play non-league, because it's they get some coverage. They actually get to see their goals back and stuff like that. But it also goes to fans that can't get to games and stuff. So it's a brilliant tool to have there to sort of broaden the audience. So yeah, I fully support it.
That's cool. So I've got another question for you. What has been your favourite moment for Kings Lynn so far?
It's hard to say, because since I've joined, really, it's all been wafting high. We haven't had time to stop and say, oh, this one or that one. It's just been like one achievement after another, just surprising everyone and surpassing the last one like almost weekly. So I just have to say the whole sort of 18 months, 2 seasons that I've been playing, I can't really pick one out, to be honest with you. I've just been sort of riding a high the whole time I've been here.
No, I bet. So the last question for you, Rory. What has been your favourite goal you've scored?
I don't talk about it much, well, but the 2 overhead kicks I got last year were pretty special.
Oh, really? So who were they against?
Yeah. boys are bored of hearing about him. I think they're on my Twitter as well.
So who are they against then? The Overhead Kids.
First one at home to Rushall.
Yep.
And then sort of got like giving it a bit about scoring one of them, and the boys were like, "Oh, it was a fluke. It was a fluke." And then 2 weeks later, I scored another one away to Needham.
Oh wow! So they're giving you a bit of stick for it then.
Yeah, people giving it, "Oh, it's a fluke. You did it again," and all of that. And then 2 weeks later, come up with another one.
I bet you did. Well, Roy, I really do appreciate your time coming on the podcast. Thank you for talking to me.
No, I've really enjoyed it. It's been good.
Good. Thank you very much. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for joining me on the podcast. As you see by Rory, we've got some brand new news that he's signed a contract for Kings Lynn, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.